to The Shining. It should be called The Shining 2. I bet you this movie would have made a lot more money if it was called The Shining 2. The Shining Part 2. You know, Shining Roman symbols. It should have been the sequel to The Shining titled that. Because it opened up, what, 14 million, I think, or something like that? Weak and sad. I wish it opened up at like 35 million or 40 million. Anyways, so this follows adult Danny, and he's running from his past. He's basically a nomad traveling the country like a homeless guy. So Hobo Danny has someone else out there like him, but more powerful. And this little girl is communicating with them. He's also in a bit of trouble. There is this cult of people who suck the life out of people with the Shining. They're very cool, they're very intimidating, and they're led by Rose the Hat. Rose the Hat's played by Rebecca Ferguson. She is fantastic. This movie, Ewan McGregor is also playing Doc, little Danny. And I gotta say, the acting and the casting in this movie is so good. He is so good at Danny as an adult, and you can't really tell how Danny's gonna be as an adult. You know, he's like 5 years old in the other one. But, you know, you empathize with him, you really feel for him. You feel this guy running from his past. He uses his abilities on a regular basis in ways that are interesting. He has a friend played by Cliff Curtis, fantastic, great actor. So his life is very interesting. It feels like a very interesting look into what could happen to a kid who had his dad try to kill him with an axe. They even glimpse back into the past a lot. And they did something that I thought was great. They recasted the roles. They didn't use CGI. Unlike what they're doing with stupid James Dean. Not stupid James Dean, stupid CGI. But, which I think is just disrespectful. But they recasted the roles. So I like that quite a bit because they got actors that look a lot like these people. They delved into the backstory. They explained what happened post The Shining. So that brings me to my next point. You should watch The Shining. You do not have to see The Shining in order to understand the film, but you have a greater appreciation and the impact to really hit you more when they delve more into things with The Shining, because this had a lot more to do with Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. I say Stanley Kubrick because King does not like that movie. Even King's, what's that movie? Christie, I think that's the car. It gets smashed in that movie. It's in the background, all crushed because Stanley was dissing King. Anyways, watch that movie first, then watch this movie right afterwards. I've seen that movie a million times, so I didn't watch it back to back. But it makes this movie land a lot better. And this movie has a lot more to do with The Shining than I thought it would. But overall, great acting, great atmosphere. The atmosphere does clash tonally with Stanley Kubrick's film, but it works. It delivered a lot more cooler information into Danny's childhood still, post The Shining. And Rebecca Ferguson as a villain is fantastic. Rose the Hat. The eye thing was really cool. They had glowing eyes. The viciousness by her and her cult is incredible, and I didn't think it would go as far as they did. This movie earns its R rating. But she had a real, like, loving this role. Like, she was sucking up the screen. She really liked being this character. You could tell she was eating it all up. She is evil, and she felt evil. She wasn't playing empathetic, feel bad for me. I am just pure evil, and I loved it. The only negative to this movie really is the middle section drags quite a bit. It gets too slow. First section's moving. Climax of the film is phenomenal and it's moving. The middle section really drags. So I would have cut out 10 minutes of it in the center. But that's really my only negative. I thought that it was perfect for everything else. I think that, you know, a little bit dragging, a little bit tonal clash, but this movie has so much impact. It's so memorable. The score is great. The last act of this movie is so freaking awesome. It's a great continuation, and I think it's so cool because I never thought I'd see the day that a classic horror masterpiece has a sequel 39 years later. I would love to go back in time and see a really good sequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre or a really good sequel to Rosemary's Baby. Find a creative way to do it. This is a creative way. I know it's based off a book, but a great continuation of a classic. It makes it so much more interesting. Give me a classic to a Clockwork Orange somehow. If you do it good, if you have a good filmmaker behind it, he wrote, directed, and edited the movie, then it will be good. So, great movie. Give it A-.
forever and ever.